Have you ever experienced the pain of a woman you had feelings for, ignoring you? There is complete and utter quiet after you send a message and wait attentively. Your mailbox remains empty despite her busy online presence. You even see her posting stories. Do you agree that it's annoying? When this happens, you may start to wonder if you were too forceful. Was what I just said incorrect? Has the relationship been misunderstood? Put an end to that. Get this before you go any further. Your value is not reflected in her disregard for you. Her attitude, her present condition, and maybe her desire to put you to the test are all reflected in it. However, the bright side, here, in the age-old wisdom of the Stoics, is how you can turn this scenario around to your advantage. After seeing this video, you will be able to face any circumstance with the poise, confidence, and strength of a Stoic monarch. This has nothing to do with joking around. Becoming your strongest, most self-controlled self is the goal here. Here is the definitive guide to gracefully and powerfully navigating indifference and rejection. Okay, let's get started. Why she's ignoring you and why it doesn't matter. Ignoring a woman can feel like a personal attack. So let me get one thing out of the way first. Unfortunately, that is not the case. People in the modern dating scene are always looking for approval and a sense of power. Subconsciously or not, women test guys. Part of that assessment is ignoring you. She's keeping an eye on how you respond. How about a pursuit? Would you freak out? Do you intend to give in to her feeling of dominance over you? But will you be proud? If she doesn't say anything, it could be because she's too preoccupied, too distracted, or just uninterested. The hard reality, though, is that it makes no difference why she's avoiding you. The most important thing is your reaction. You give her the upper hand if you can't tear your eyes away from your phone and check for her response every 5 minutes. You're essentially letting her dictate how you feel, what you do with your day, and how much value you assign to yourself. All of that has come to an end, for the simple reason that a Stoic guy has complete command over his reaction. Control what you can. There is a basic premise in Stoicism. Figure out what you have control over and what you don't. What did she do? Something you can't avert. What do you think? Totally up to you. Keep your distance when she disregards you. Spell it out. Remain level. Do nothing instead. Passivity isn't doing nothing. It's strong. You get the message not from her, but from yourself. The silence of another person does not control you. You maintain your baseness. You have not been moved. Ignored males tend to spiral out of control. They express their frustration through harsh messages or double texting. Yet a Stoic guy maintains his composure. Her actions do not control his feelings. He knows that. It is her expectation that you will respond. If you do not, others will notice. When you do this, you stand out. You regain control. Shift the focus back to you. The most crucial step after regaining emotional control is to return the attention to yourself. Her lack of speech poses no issue. This is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to put money into your own future. First things first, make investing in yourself a top priority. Work out, get in shape. Give your whole attention to your profession. Get closer to your dreams. Stay true to what you love. Engage in activities that bring you joy. Get more friends and acquaintances. Assemble a support system of individuals who value you. Her lack of engagement will fade into insignificance as you focus on bettering yourself. Why isn't she responding? Becomes a thing of the past. Simply because you have a lot on your plate already. The irony is that you grow more attractive to everyone, including her, the more you concentrate on improving yourself. Attractive women gravitate toward men who are self-reliant and focused on their goals. Use reverse psychology. Subtle power is the essence of reverse psychology, not manipulation. Ignoring a woman usually makes males freak out. Once again, they communicate by text. Someone is phoning. They wonder things like, am I doing something wrong? Or why are you not paying attention to me? And ladies anticipate it in the most precise way. That proves their quiet test was correct. What if, however, you turned everything around? What if you embraced the enigma instead of trying to solve it or find her? Reverse psychology is useful in that situation. However, not in a frivolous, immature manner. Living your life to the fullest is the essence of reverse psychology, as seen through a Stoic perspective. You demonstrate that you are unfazed by her lack of speech. You've just executed a power move. Instead of getting angry or upset when a lady disregards you, try ignoring her in a level-headed manner. This little gesture conveys the following message: I am unaffected by your scrutiny. It doesn't matter to me whether you respond or not. This in no way implies emotionally isolating or blocking her. It denotes giving your undivided attention to your life, your aspirations, and your joy. Permit her to observe your development. Never insult her in any way. Instead, inform her on your progress at the gym, your new projects, and your social life. You're not trying to make her envious. You're just enjoying life to the fullest without her. The real power comes in the twist. When you stop pursuing her and pretend her quiet doesn't matter, her mind will start to wander. How come he isn't after me? Has his interest waned? Is he seeing anybody else now? Did I fail to meet expectations? She becomes curious as a result of this change. Her authority over you will begin to be questioned. Out of nowhere, she's giving you more mental attention than she did when you were a daily texter. You may say that's the mental flip. You shouldn't respond to her lack of communication with emotional outbursts or needy attention when she does. Eventually reach out. You reply in a measured and concise manner instead, as if her disappearance didn't happen. You say nothing. Above everything, things. That is what captures her interest. She is not being punished. Just go with the flow. There's no need to explain yourself. Playing the male who doesn't require validation is the goal of reverse psychology, not playing her. The man who manages to get her admiration and, more frequently than not, her attention is the one. Stay calm and unbothered. When a woman doesn't pay attention to you, your emotions can either be a hindrance or a strength, depending on how you manage them. The stillness breaks most guys. They succumb to anxiety by overreacting emotionally, checking their phones constantly, and rehashing every discussion from the past. When you do that, your power goes out the window. Take a Stoic approach now. Why didn't she speak? It is background noise. Not because you're acting like it doesn't matter, but because you won't let her dictate how you feel about yourself. It takes active strength to remain cool and unfazed, not passive. Emotional discipline is crucial in this situation. Realize that you are the master of your own emotions. Your reaction should not be one of alarm or annoyance when she remains silent. A neutral stance is required. Your value, your day, and your destiny are not defined by her disregard for you. But how can one maintain composure when their thoughts are racing? Prioritize mastering your bodily reaction. More than you may think, your physical self affects your mental state. Deep, deliberate breathing can help calm anxious feelings. Work out, go for a stroll. Learn to look at the big picture and see that this is just a small part of your life. Second, keep your thoughts under control. Every day, your mind can only process so much information. Spend that time doing something more productive. Put it where it will do the most good for your development. Do something that will occupy your time and energy, like going to the gym or making progress on your own goals. Focus shifting isn't a form of escape. It's a form of strategy. The next step is to refine your viewpoint. Simply said, there is no sound when no one is talking. You're interpreting it in a way that's completely false. You are not the focus of her disregard. It reflects her attitude, not your worth. Keep in mind that being composed is the key to being powerful. Emotional stability is attractive to people, particularly women. In a world where the majority of guys freak out at the slightest hint of rejection, a man who remains composed under pressure stands out. Maintaining composure sends a strong yet subtle message that you're in command, both of yourself and the circumstance. Do not respond to her next time she disregards you by sending a reaction text. There's no need to begin to doubt yourself. Instead, get your body moving. Make use of your anger by taking action. Put some weights on. Carry out an undertaking. Aim for victory in life. Allow her stillness to dissolve into the background. She will subtly reevaluate your value. The moment she observes that you are unaffected, that is, when she sees that you are not chasing, begging, or losing control, you have transformed into a man who is emotionally difficult for her to control. And that, paradoxically, enhances your attractiveness significantly. Being unconcerned does not imply being tough, in essence. It entails being emotionally stable, knowing your value, and directing your efforts where they will do the most good on yourself. Detach from the outcome. Optimal Stoicism requires complete disconnection from the result. Put simply, it means distancing yourself emotionally from her response status. You shouldn't let the possibility that she may return, or vanish forever, disturb your serenity. Choosing internal stability over seeking approval from others is what detachment is all about, not giving up. Emotional results ensnare the majority of males. Their joy is dependent on the response of a lady. They will feel wonderful if she responds to their texts. Her failure to do so will cause them to descend into chaos. Because it puts your mental health in the hands of another, this pattern is harmful. Now, imagine this, your next move after sending a message. You disregard it. I am proud of you. You are no longer bothered by her answer, or lack thereof. You're not being proud by disregarding her. Your life, happiness, and ambitions are more essential than any one interaction. So you're letting go. Distancing yourself from the result in no way indicates a lack of concern for her. A greater concern for one's mental and emotional well-being is indicative of this, and that is really necessary. It is not egocentric. Consider the mental and emotional resources you're squandering on the question of whether she'll respond. Consider refocusing that power for a second. You might be making progress in your fitness, education, profession, or passion for every hour you waste staring at your phone. Empathy leads to liberation, relief from excessive contemplation, deliverance from hopelessness, elimination of pursuit. Authentic detachment sends a powerful message not to control her, but because your worth as a human being is too great to be dependent on how she reacts. A really unusual occurrence. You are appealing because you are unique. Overly caring is what she expects from you. You disprove her expectations when you don't, and carry on with your life, as if nothing has transpired. Why isn't he impacted? She asks. Am I really less significant than I believed? Is he gone? Detachment has that secret power. Keep in mind that the importance of someone responding to you is irrelevant. Your worth is already there. Being detached allows you to keep that in mind. Interestingly, it's not uncommon for outcomes to come after you once you cease pursuing them. Accordingly, stop being so critical the next time you send her a text. Great if she responds. Great even if she doesn't. You're coming out on top in the end. Why? Why? Because you're not caring about anyone but yourself. That's not only unwavering. I am impressed. Conclusion. When guys are disregarded, the majority of them experience a state of terror. They run after, worry, and uncertainty consume them. Yet that is not the case with you. No more. The Stoic reaction is now familiar to you. Remain calm. Keep your cool. Stay committed to your work. Cut ties with the result. You've stepped up your dating game. Dude, you're killing it. Above all else, you're becoming a master of your own destiny. From this point forward, allow her quiet to serve as your catalyst, not to descend, but to ascend. If you want to grow stronger, more focused, more emotionally robust, look at every instance of being ignored as a chance to do just that. This goes beyond mere dating guidance. Words of wisdom for living. You gain control of your life when you master your emotions. Please don't simply close this video and disregard its message if you find it meaningful. Move forward. Press click button to subscribe. It would benefit you to associate with other men who are as dedicated to becoming the best version of yourself. Put an end to your wait. Invest in your own growth immediately. A Stoic ruler remains unmoved. He seizes the reins. With that said, thanks for watching and, until next time.